Hello YouTubes, this is Grimweird coming back at you with more Enigmatica 2 Expert Mod Pack playthrough action for Minecraft 1.12.2. So since last episode, I sort of farted around. I got a little bored with the crafting of applied energistic stuff, so I wanted to change a pace. So I sort of looked through some of the gates that we had and some of the ones we had to open. One of the things I realized was that we had unlocked the RF Tools tree, but had not actually done the completion here. And also I had a dimlet parcel, and I had power cells, so I had some things to grab here. I went ahead and made a builder real quick and a screen and a button because they were real easy to make. I had everything on hand. And I went ahead and opened the loot chests. Usually I save those for you guys, but I haven't been getting anything really interesting, mostly just food and weird, decorative things. But it turns out I did actually get a few nice things. I got some dragon breath. So I believe dragon's breath is collected by right-clicking with a glass bottle on the purple particle effect clouds left over after the Ender Dragon, Breeze Dragon fire. So getting some 16 free bottles of that was cool because that's one of the components of the Angel Ring. I don't think I can make almost everything for the Angel Ring except the chorus flowers. So I got as a reward some chorus flower, some chorus flower blocks, but I'm not seeing a great way, except possibly. So I need let's just back this up. So Angel Ring. So ethereal glass, I can do this. I actually made some of these stable, unstable nuggets, and so I can now make the stable, unstable ingot. I went ahead and made some of these because they were easy, just lapis in the old resonator. So I can make that stuff. The elytra, however you want to say it, that's the one that I can't quite make yet. I can make the other stuff, but this popped chorus fruit, I think chorus fruit must be something that grows in the ender or the end, and so you need an intact chorus fruit to make it. However, I do not have. Yeah, so that spawns in the end. I don't have access to any of the stuff. However, I did. Yeah, no, I just can't do it. So I don't see any way to turn the block, this block. Oh no, it says it's a chorus flower. Let's try again here. So that means the phytogenic thing should work. So I should be able to go to thermal foundation and make a phytogenic isolator and some phyto grow. I'm going to need to get some slag of some sort. I do have some slag from forestry, but I'm not sure. Or I do have some slag from something, but I'm not sure if it'll work. Okay, so yeah, maybe I can make a photogenic insulator and turn the chorus flowers into popped this and then make an angel ring. So yeah, that's something to be on the horizon. I've never made an angel ring. I don't know anything about them other than they give you flight and that people love them. So that'll be good. Not sure what all these different ones do. I think they probably just add decorative effects by looking at the recipes. Yeah, they just appear to be decorative effects. So we could decorate it too if we want. But mostly this is the recipe we're going to be looking at. So the Ender Star, I got black quartz. I now have dragon's breath thanks to that reward. I got nether star from another reward. Prismarine marine shard I can do because we have plenty of sea lanterns lootable from all the astral sorcery temples throughout the land. Dense gold plate, I can do that. Golden apples. So these, oh yeah, I can do these. I'll have to lasso up a chicken. What was the other one? A squid. That's an ender pearl. Oh, well, you got to make this to make the squid one anyway. So this is what we're making. And I got all this stuff. I'm not sure I have feathers, but I can get them. Oh yeah, I got plenty of feathers now that I think of it. So that's good. That dragon breath loot chest reward gives us the ability to push towards an angel ring. I'm looking forward to trying that. Definitely, I am not an expert, and the experts all get angel rings. So, that's sort of a requirement of my journey through an expert mod pack is to figure out how to do that. The other thing I got was a Horn of the Wild, which opened up another loot chest for us in Britannia. This thing is sort of fun, and so I might just go do that actually right now, just for kicks and giggles. One of the things that I was looking at was that our next harvest level, this is enderium, and one of the ways you can do that is to put ender lilies in your magma crucible and get liquid enderium, and then I can carry that over to the smelter, dump it in the smelter through a drain, and then pour myself out an enderium sharpening kit. Oh, this was the other nice thing I got in the loot chests was an Americium RTG. It's not as great or as big as our plutonium one that we made out of the dragon's droppings or the dragon chest loot, but it's always nice to have a good another good mobile power source. My plutonium one is on my digital miner in the nether, grabbing more stuff. So it's nice to have another one here. Let's see. So that's been what has been going on. I feel the need to get out of the base, so I'm going to go ahead and just go play around with my Hoard of Plenty and see if I can get enough ender lilies. Let me check that recipe. So let's see. We want to make enderium, and I know magma crucible is the way I want to do it. But I'm not seeing the ender lily there. Am I misremembering? That is entirely possible. So ender lily, we want to look at uses. So mouse over it and hit U. Magma crucible. Oh, there it is. Yeah, so an ender lily gets you 2 buckets of resonant ender. So I think the sharpening kit, the enderium, lots of green stuff. There it is. It takes 2 ingots. Oh, so maybe I have enough already. Let's double check. I do have 1 ender lily. And I do have a magma crucible. Burn, baby, burn. Get my buckets out in preparation. The front turns the color of molten enderium. It's cool. I did get 2, so now I got to figure out how I can get it out of there. If I can just click here. Yes, apparently. All right. So now we have resonant ender buckets. So I'm going to click that on my drain, not on the faucet, but on the drain body itself, and that will send it into the smelter. It says I've got 8 gems width. If I hit shift, it says 2 buckets. So that should be that. Let's see, we want to get out our sharpening kit. And it's not wanting to pour out. Double check this. It says material cost 2. I think I ran into this last time, so I played this game for a couple weeks before starting the series, or I played this mod pack for a couple weeks before starting the series and deciding to, restart. And one of the things I did there was to get an early jump on the harvesting track. I thought to myself, oh hey, I can get ender lilies and melt them down. At the time, I didn't realize that I needed a magma crucible, and that a magma crucible was not easy to get right at the start of the game. But I did eventually get one and did eventually do this. And I think I went through this exact same thing where I got 2 buckets and 8 gems worth, and I thought to myself, hey, I'm good to go. And then I went to pour this, and it did not work. So I think what I need is another ender lily. And then it will work. So let's go ahead and run upstairs. So what I like to do with these is go to Savanna, Steppe, Brushland, Plains. So Plains has tons and tons and tons of grass. So we're going to go to the Plains and look for an ender lily. I haven't been up here for a while, so as you can see, most of the storage up here is gone, other than some remnants of armor. But yeah, haven't been up here for a while. We've been doing this so underground that I sort of forget this stuff is up here sometimes. I have to be honest, I'm getting a touch of the craving to just move, to just, every once in a while you get that feeling to just tear to your base down because of nothing fits and nothing's exactly how you want it. And so you just want to tear it all down and rebuild something bigger and fancier and neater and better organized. If you're like me, you know what I'm talking about. And I'm sort of getting that itch. But there's so much to do in this mod pack that it's hard to justify. I got so many other things on my to-do list. All right, so here we go. I sort of love this thing. It's a little crazy, but I sort of love it. It's the Horn of the Wild from Botania. And you just hold down right click and it basically harvests and or destroys all the crap around you, all the plants. It sort of makes me happy. And you can just run around and go, hey, did I get any ender lilies? And no, I don't see any ender lilies, but usually I have to do this several times to find an ender lily. And actually, I guess there's no real reason for me to try and pick all this crap up because it's not like I need most of this stuff, but it's hard for me to ignore free stuff lying on the ground. So we'll pick the stuff up just in case we need it. And then look around. So I shattered one of the little gardens that you find. I guess I really shouldn't bother to do this. I don't need any of this stuff. Except it's always good to get this these things in case I need them. The Pam's Harvest Quest bits. But all right, let's see. We are gonna get our bed out and go to sleep so we're not interrupted by animals. Or monsters, I should say. And this is going to be sort of a weird little episode, but you know, sometimes if I just craft and craft and craft and craft, things get a little boring. Darn it, I think I've glitched again. So occasionally I'll get into bed and instead of getting out of bed, it just does this. It just freezes up. So I'm going to have to probably restart Minecraft, so I will be back in a moment. And I am back, and this is my fourth blast of the horn, and there's the ender pearl I'm looking for. Or the ender lily, I should say. So that's about what I found when I tried this last time on the server, or on the, more plants. That's about what I found out last time was that, you know, it took me like, I don't know, 3 to 5 blasts in a grassy area like this to find a ender pearl or an ender lily. So that's not bad at all. I'm going to go ahead and do one more just to see if we can get a spare. And just because I love watching all the grass explode. Hey, and there's another one. Okay, one more time. Gonna pick up the Pam's Harvest Quest things because those might end up being good for cooking later. Alright, so we got a couple of ender pearls, which is what this mission was all about. And got to play with the horn, which was fun. Wah. And so yeah, let's head on back and throw this in the magma crucible. So for now, I'm just going to put one in there. I think that's all I'm going to need. Stow all this plants I picked up. And I'm going to stow the Horn of the Wild because I'm probably not going to use that again anytime soon. This thing is slow. Yeah, probably it's limited by power. It's probably only pulling power from the Americium RTG. All right, anyway. Almost there. Come on, you can do it. Here we go. So again, we'll bucket that out and bucket it through a drain body. And now we have 16 gems or 4 buckets worth. Let's see if this will work now. No, it will not. Okay, what am I missing? So it is made by molten enderium. I think that's the problem. I think we've got resonant enderium in there. Resonant ender, yes. All right, so obviously I'm missing a step here. Resonant ender has to be alloyed with molten platinum and molten lead. All right, so that's what I was missing. So we need, looks like, oof. So we got 4 of those, 2 of those, 1 of those. Maybe that's why I used a second one last time, because it looks like it's a 4 to 2 to 1 ratio. So maybe that's why I did it. So we need 2 lead and a platinum. We can do that. Yep, so much for that. So I need some lead dust. I have lead dust. It just hasn't been put in here yet. Let's see if it'll pick this up. It would be cool to actually use my auto crafting here. Is it working? It is crafting, it says. That should be going into, oops, that should be going into, I've got a zombie somewhere nearby. It probably finished already while I was running up here. No. So where is the lead? The lead is here. And somehow I don't have the export going on. So if I check that, oh, auto eject is off. Auto eject on. It's a good thing we came up here and checked. Sounded like there was a zombie somewhere nearby. I don't see him though. Okay, so we got the 2 lead and we want 1 platinum. I don't have platinum dust loaded, but I do have 3 here. Now that I'm trying to use this auto crafting, I need to move all those dust over. And I'm not sure which smeltery this is in, but I just better run up there real quick and make sure I've got the auto eject on. Both of them. Auto eject on. Auto eject on. And we have one platinum, so that worked. Cool. Alright, there is that zombie. Gonna have to dig into the walls and find him. When I was walling off the base, I must have left a dark spot in there somewhere that is outside of my peace candle radius. Alright, so we are gonna grab that platinum. And let's see if we can make this work. The platinum melts slow. So what else has been going on? Let's take a look here. So I think there's a few more machines I want to make. We talked about for the angel ring needing to make a, what was that, a phytogenic something or other? Phytogenic insulator. It's a thermal expansion one. Well, I have the dirt. Okay, so redstone, I can make that. Copper gears, lumium. Lumium. What the hell's lumium? Lumium is energized glowstone and silver and tin. What the hell's energized glowstone? Glowstone dust in the magma crucible. So I could do that. 4 glowstone gets you a bucket. And it looks like I would need, again, a 4 to 2 to 1 probably. So I'd need 4 buckets. That would give me lumium. How much lumium do I need? I need 4 lumium for the gear. Machine frame, I can make those. They're a pain in the butt to make, but I can make them. Alright, so that's something for me to work on. Let's see how this is going. Alright, so looks like I guessed wrong on the proportions here. So we made 2 ingots. Let's see. So we're trying to make enderium sharpening kit, for which we need molten enderium, and we need 2 ingots worth of molten enderium. We have 2 ingots of molten enderium. Why you no work? Got the sharpening cast. Oh, dir helps if you select it. You guys are probably watching along going, this dude is such a clown. What can I say? I'm sleepy. And yay, we're making it. And we got spare stuff here. So if we check here, we've gone up another harvest level. Yay. Ooh, and we can choose 4 ender pearls, which I will do. And the next one is Terra Steel. So I don't know how to make Terra Steel. I think that's a Botania thing. So let's see. Terra Steel ingot. I'll have to dig around and figure out how to make that. If it's anything like mana steel, it's like throwing stuff in some mana. Also have to figure out what I need to add to that to clear that up. But let's take a look here. So we got this. So we could grab some flint. And sharpen up that old mining pick. So that's good to go. And I can look into Terra Steel in my off time. And what else can we do here? I don't know anything about ex nihilo and all the sieving and whatnot, but it seems like this is something I should make and get out of the way. We've got all that. I'll have to make some nickel plates and a mana infused gear. So I have mana steel, and I have that, so let's go ahead and make that. Grab some compressed diamond. Or actually, maybe I'll just take a diamond. I'll take a compressed diamond. So the compressed diamond gives you 8 worth of diamond. Whereas a diamond is only 1, but 1 diamond will be compressed into this. So you're using up less diamond if you use the compressed diamond. But then you might waste fuel if you're not going to make at least 8 things. So why don't I might need some more mana infused ingots in the future. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab 8. And 1. Oh, so that's another thing that came up between last episode and next is I realized that the metallurgic infuser, when you're trying to set it up for auto crafting, you can make the red channel input through one side, but then you also need the fuel, which is in this case is going to be compressed diamond for 80 quantity worth of diamond. You need that to come in from a different side. So my metallurgic infuser automation did not work because all I had was input, hoping that it would input both the stuff and an output, and power, of course. Oh, it only made 4 anyway. Cool. So that all didn't quite work, and I haven't had time or the gumption to set up some sort of storage or import bus or something. I did a quick Google search, and it sounds like some people just go ahead and have like 4 metallurgic infusers for the different 4 main fuels, the diamond, the coal, the pure Certus crystal, or the redstone. and so then they just, feed it the fuel constantly. And then when they do the call for the recipe, they just put in whatever the fuel's going into, whatever the infused stuff is going into. But I'm not feeling like making a couple more metallurgic infusers yet. I don't need to automate that badly, because it's pretty easy to make in bulk. All right, so what were we working on? We were working on... I've completely forgotten. Let's see, I'll put this away while I think about it. A sieve. So we got that. Nickel plates. I doubt we have any nickel plates. Let's take a look. No, we do not. But it gives me a chance to play with my new auto crafting. Yeah, let's just make 2 for now. One, 2. Sweet. Verify that I put my... I gotta be careful with myself because I have a tendency to forget to change this back to plate. It's one of the reasons I have it up high so I can see which mold is there, and I have it backlit so I can see which mold is there, just to make sure that I'm not pressing the wrong damn stuff. Alright, so a sieve. We got everything now? Yes, we do. Huzzah. Another thing opened. Oh gosh, I have no idea what these different meshes do and which ones I might want. I'm just going to go ahead and take the diamond one. Oh no, you get all of them. Well, that's good. Then I don't have to figure it out and decide. So we got another green spot on our gates. That's nice. Sigh. Mana steel I got. Black iron I got. Mana powder I can get. I'm going to pause here a second, and if we've got more runtime, maybe we'll go open up Sigh as well. Okay, it's getting a little long on this video, but what the heck? We can do this real fast. I grabbed some redstone, so we're going to pitch that in our mana pool. Get some mana infused dust or whatever. Got some. Whoa, I haven't used mana in a long time. My stuff is starting back up. I got the Seer goggle on, which is why that's lighting up. So if we go back downstairs and we do this, bada bing, CAD assembler for Sigh, and another gate. Another loot chest. Look at all that green. We're actually making progress here. I was trying to think what I want to do in the future, and I think I may need some mystical agriculture soon, but I'd actually really like to get into Ender.io. I enjoy Ender.io. That's one of the few sort of tech mods that I've actually used some. It's been 3 or 4 years, but I enjoyed it. More efficient chips, but I haven't eaten it yet, so that's good. So we'll put that on deck. Alright, so I got a sieve and I got a CAD assembler and I got sieve meshes and believe I got a reward with an auto siever. Yeah, so I got this auto heavy sieve thing. So maybe I'll look into that and see if we need to set something up, see what we can get out of that. But anyway, that's about it for this episode. We got it played with our Horn of Plenty. We got our enderium sharpening kit by using the Horn of the Wild, I guess it's called, to blow up grass. And I showed you some loot I got, which was an Americium RTG and some Dragon Breath. And so we're going to push on, I guess, towards a phytogenic insulator. That's probably the next thing I want to make, so we can see if we can make ourselves an angel ring. And then after that, we might need to beef up our GP. So it looks like I have 45 grid power generated, and the angel ring I think uses 36. So I guess I have enough, so I'm only using 13 grid power. However, I think when I use my crushers or resonator, that goes down, and I don't necessarily want to, I want to have enough to run those machines and fly at the same time, probably. Guess I don't need to, but, you know. So maybe we'll expand our fire mills or do something else to get a little bit more GP. We'll see how that looks once we get the ring. So that's the kind of things that are coming up. Ender.io, Angel Ring, phytogenic insulator. That's what's coming up in next episodes. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.